Which strikes you as the more impressive team?
I mean, Liverpool at the moment are on fire. You know, they've accumulated more points, scoring more goals. You know, they are sensational. If they go, you know, if they go on and are invincible to the end of the season, then they deserve all the plaudits that they get. I just think there might be just that one game, two game, whatever it might be, especially if they've won the league very, very early on. Don't care who you are as a player, how strong you are mentally. If you've won it and it's done and dusted, it's very, very difficult to keep pushing and keep pressing, especially when you will have a Euros coming up. And players will be thinking, maybe I need to just save a little bit of energy. I don't want to get injured. All these types of things sort of, you know, start to come into play.
When you look at Manchester City, when they hit that 100-point mark, which no team had ever done before, do you think that also helped push them on? Because they were so far ahead in that season as well. Not last season, the season before.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Before Liverpool finished a point behind them, the season before, they were cantering ahead of Manchester United, who ultimately finished in second. But it looked like they really wanted that 100-point mark as well, even though they quite comfortably won the Premier League.
I think as well, it's the manager as well. You've got to think a manager like Klopp, he might want it for himself as well, of like, you know what, I'm going to be the first, since Arsenal did it, to be the invincible boss. He might be like putting pressure on his players. Yeah, we won the league, but I want to be invincible. And I think if you look at him today,
I think it's all right saying you want to do it, but actually really going out and doing that.
But did City look like they were pushing themselves to hit 100 points?
Yeah, I think there was.
But City were playing a different kind of football. City were just blowing teams away. City were 3-0 up in half the games, you know, before half-time.
Well, if you see like his reaction today, you see when I think Lo Celso missed a chance, you've seen Klopp's reaction. He's screaming, shouting at his players. You can tell he wants to win every game, never mind go unbeaten. So I think that
I think the mentality is there within this Liverpool group, led by Klopp, and it's filtered through the whole club. I think the mentality is there to become invincible this season.
The other thing is,
even if they have won it by early April.
The caveat to that is if they have won it, then they start to play with freedom, because then there's no pressure.
Yeah.
And that can sometimes make them even more dangerous. So I think it would be sensational.
Which is massive. It's a massive thing, isn't it?
In this era, when the division, the Premier League is more competitive than ever before, I think this would be a bigger achievement if Liverpool do it than when Arsenal do it.
Well, you say it's more competitive than ever before. I was tempted to say when Arsenal actually were invincible throughout the season, I think and this is obviously going back a lot of years, I actually think the difference between top and bottom was maybe tighter. Arguably, it was more competitive then than it is now. You know, Liverpool are in an unprecedented position as far as the number of points they are clear at the top, the number of points they've achieved already this season. Now, a lot of that is down to their great play and their great results, but is it also down to the fact that there are some very uncompetitive teams?
Is it a bit like when Leicester won the Premier League? You know, Manchester City have had a bit of a blip. You know, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea are all nowhere near what they have been in the past. That's not taking anything away from Liverpool. But all these teams, maybe you're right, you know, when Arsenal did it, there was maybe 5 or 6 that were on top form. At the moment, City aren't where they were, for whatever reason. Chelsea, because of, you know, new manager coming in, a transfer ban, all the rest of it. No, Manchester United are way off the boil. Arsenal, way off the boil. Leicester's the next best team.
I think as well, though, Adam, that look at Liverpool, they went and won the World Tournament. They went and won that, haven't they, a few weeks ago.
Club World Cup.
The Club World Cup. They want to win everything they're doing, do you know, like...
Except the League Cup, apparently.
Because they've won that, but they wanted to win that because they've never won that before, so they wanted to win that. And I think they'll want to get the Invincibles because it's something else. You know, like when they retire them players and the manager, it's like, we're invincible, we're invincible. You know, the Arsenal players now, if they're out and about, wherever they are now, they're getting... You're Invincibles, you're part of the Invincible team. It's like a big... Do you know what I mean? It's a big thing. I think it'd be a big thing for them players.
We're referencing it now, aren't we? About Arsenal from all
about
those years ago.
Because it's so rare.
Yeah.